Fill you guys in. This is Buzz.
No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever.
Alright guys, I'm at a I'm at a dealership I've never been to. Here's how this all happened. And in some ways I enjoy this stuff, in other ways it never works out. So this guy, it was a referral from another guy that's bought a couple bikes from me. His name's Jerome. Jerome's super cool guy. He's bought 2 bikes from me, real cool guy. His neighbor or someone was looking for another bike. He comes to me. I find out this is 81-year-old guy, and he's owned every bike out there. We have a Honda Rune. He's like, oh yeah, I've owned one of these. Shows us pictures of it. He shows us pictures of all this stuff. Has a bunch of cool bikes. Up until like a couple months ago, he was riding a 2017 Kawasaki Concourse. Now, if you don't know what the 2017 if you don't know anything about the Kawasaki Concourse is basically a ZX14, one of the fastest bikes out there, except it's set up for touring. A little more comfortable. It's got bags, it's got shaft drive, it's got like a key fob you keep in your pocket instead of putting the key in. It's an awesome bike. It's a fast bike, and it's being driven by this guy. He's been riding bikes his whole life, and this is a really cool guy. I love talking to him. What happened is he actually had one of these bikes, and his family kind of pushed him to sell it and stop riding bikes, but he wanted it real bad, so he traded this bike in to this dealership. Then they decided they didn't want to sell it back to him for what he wanted to pay. I was able to call the dealership up and say, hey, will you sell to me, dealer to dealer? You know, they make a couple bucks, I'll be able to sell to him, he makes a couple bucks, he gets the bike back for cheaper than what he was gonna pay for it if he bought it from the dealership. But he understands he's taking a hit because he sold the bike wholesale, now he's buying it somewhat retail. I'm giving it's a pretty good deal for him. So I'm at the place, hopefully gonna pick it up. Let's go see how it goes. Alright, we're here, and it's a pretty cool looking place too. A lot of cool, pretty bikes. And there it is right there. 2017 Kawasaki Concourse. Beautiful bike. I love that they started doing cooler colors. Like, here's another one. 2015, it's a big old bright green. When they first came out, it was just gray. I like the brighter colors. I think that really makes this cool. Like a barn feel, like a painted floors down here. All right, so that's that. Let's wrap up the deal with the Concourse. Everything is looking good. We're about to load it up. Let's get this Concourse loaded up. All right, 2 straps, and we are secure. Take straps when you're buying a bike for an 82-year-old guy who used to own the bike, but now he's buying it back from you because the dealership you sold it to would not sell it back to him at a reasonable price. Let's go find some food. I'm starving. It's like 2 o'clock. So, and then while I was out, I thought, you know, I needed a Ducati in my life. Let's go see your old bike.
Okay. All right. Good.
How's it going?
Good, sir. Yep. It should be.
Just to fill you guys in, this is Buzz, and Buzz is a motorcycle legend. He's owned every bike out there, and you're how old?
81. The 82 March the 1st.
You're gonna ride for what, another 20 years, right? You got another 20 years.
Hopefully, you know what I mean. With this here, you know what I mean. Psychologically, I can do it.
No, I've noticed you.
Yeah, I lowered the.
You got some modifications. And
yeah, I did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is this the way it was when you?
Absolutely. Actually, I'm gonna take these horns off. Probably. That's speakers. I mean, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm.
You put that. These are yours?
Yeah. Yep. And I put the cup on. You know, this is mine. You know what I mean. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost as you know, the way it was. You know what I mean. And it got lights too. You know that?
No, I didn't notice them.
Let me see here one. I don't know if they.
Oh yeah, you got lights there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I mean, wait a minute, but even still, here you go. See?
Oh, there we go.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Changes colors and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, see, I put these on too, you know what I mean? When you hit your whetstone, they're kind of flashy, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. That's nice. That get your attention.
It's more visible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Buzz, what's the secret to be 81 years old and still riding?
Well,
this
I tell you,
and still riding one of the fastest bikes out there, actually.
Well, that's ZX14. Yeah, that's it's got courtesy.
You had a ZX14?
Oh yeah, a green one.
He's had a Rune. He's had, what other bikes have you had?
Shucks, I've had a couple of BMWs, 4 Harleys. I had a 99 Harley Ultra. I had a 2002 Road King, a 2008 Road Glide, and a 2013 V-Rod Muscle. And actually, I really had 3 of these bikes here. Then I saw this green, the ZX14, so I got rid of the Concourse to get the ZX14. I tell you, given my age, man, you gotta keep going, else if you stop, you may not get back up, you know.
You ever been in any pretty bad wrecks?
No, but I've had a couple gold wings, as I told you.
Right. And you've had a Rune.
Well, I had a Rune, yeah. I had a 2005 Rune. That Rune, I put 20,000 miles on it, though.
That's a lot of miles.
Yeah, for a Rune.
And I didn't have it, but I didn't have it 2 years, I don't think.
Wow.
I had a Victory Vision. I got it in May. Got it on a Thursday, and the next day, about 5 of us went down to Birmingham, Alabama, or Fairfield, Alabama. It was 800 some miles. In June, I went to Lake George, and in July, I went to Billings, Montana. And in August, I'm not certain where I went, but anyway, in October, I went back to Florida for Biketoberfest. Yeah, came back, I got rid of it. But I had 14,000 miles on.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll get you,
Okay.
you can wrap up the stuff with Caleb.
Okay.
Thanks.
You gotta meet Curtis here. That's Sean.
Aaron Oil.
That's Sean. This is
Hey,
Curtis Smith.
What's up?
He's one of the guys I ride with.
That's a good looking bike.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Tell me how many miles you got on that bike.
I like 105, 106,000, something like
Really?
that. Yeah.
On a cross country tour.
Yeah, yeah. I just
One thing happened.
With the fork seal, my voltmeter was jumping up
yeah.
and down. But it wasn't that. The battery cable was loose. Lost some threads on the drain plug.
Oh, okay.
You know. I think we got it just before we went up to Lake George.
Yeah.
And then we went out to Vegas.
Yeah.
But we were going for, what, 20-some days? 25, 28 days?
Wow. So are you also retired?
I'm just tired.
Just tired.
Yeah, he's
No,
a trucker.
Not yet.
He drives for
I
ABF.
about 2 more years.
So how many bikes have you had? Like all together?
Man, I tell you what. I've had actually. Go ahead, Curtis.
I don't even know. Since I've known you, probably 8 to 10 bikes. What, you had a cross country?
No, I had the Victory
No, you had a
Vision.
Victory Vision.
Yeah.
And you traded in for a Concourse down in Florida.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You had the black gold wing.
But also, I had a 2002 ZZR. I had a Suzuki Bandit too.
Yeah, the Bandit. That's it. I didn't know that was before I was before I started riding.
That's
with it. I had a
crazy.
Suzuki Bandit, man.
I owned that bike
Twice.
twice.
Holy
That's the
cow.
one he had it and got rid of it. I can't remember what you got in.
I got the room.
He got the Honda
yeah,
Room.
yeah.
Should have kept that bike, man.
That's crazy. Sorry. How long have you had this?
4 weeks,
Are you serious?
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
That's awesome.
I had the Hayabusa. I had bad knees and I couldn't keep it too long. The Road Glide. That Road Glide, that wasn't a good bike.
You didn't like it?
Oh, that's the other one. Forgot about that. I told him I think that his where they pressed the flywheel. I think it was out of balance.
It wouldn't start. My starter vibrated off.
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah, man. Clank, clank, clank. I look back, man. Only thing holding his horn was the freaking wire. Sucker was bouncing down the road.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's how bad that thing vibrated.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the best place you guys have been? Like, what's one place you're like, oh, I want to go back there?
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of places.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we
Probably
like Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we like
Atlanta,
Lake
but-
George though.
Lake
We like
George.
Lake
yeah.
George.
We like Lake George.
We've been going to Lake George.
I started going up there in 2000.
And I started
Wow.
going in 2003. We're in Nevada, and then the 6th day we're in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
Arizona, up to Flagstaff.
Flagstaff.
Lady on the ladies giving the weather forecast, and she said it was going to get down to 30 degrees. I said, that
Oh my
lady just say
gosh.
30 degrees? Coyotes, bison, elk. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we roll, baby.
Yeah, clearly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I missed all your stories. I'll have to go back and watch them on the video.
Oh yeah.
I switched this tag over to your bike.
Okay.
And then you said the paperwork is in the saddlebag.
Yeah, yes, that thing, I get it for you.
Man, I'll tell you what, we had the best time hanging out with these guys. It really kind of showed me how awesome the motorcycle culture, you know, really is and can be, and just hanging out with your buddies. And it was just cool. It was really cool. And you can be riding for, you know, up until you're 85 or something like that. He'll be riding until he's 100 years old. That guy's in great shape. I asked him later, I was like, what's the secret? He's like, I work out every day, no matter what. He's like, up until he was like 65. Yeah, up until he was like 65, he was running 3 miles every single day. So we actually had an issue with the title. And the reason we had an issue with the title is because in Pennsylvania, there's title assignment slots on the back. There's like 4 of them. So if you sell to a dealership, he can just kind of put his name in there and then sell to the next person, and that can go to another dealership, and that can keep on going until you actually sell to the retail customer. The problem was his name was on the front of the title. He owned the title. So if you just destroyed that title, he ordered a duplicate. He would just have the title back because it never actually, you know, changed hands. So they had to figure all that stuff out. I've dealt with that once before, but they ended up figuring it out pretty quick. Well, it took them a little longer, but they ended up getting it figured out. We ended up spending 45 minutes hanging out with these guys. It was a blast. They were just telling us stories upon stories, and these stories would lead to other stories that they forgot about, and going to this trip and getting new bikes, and man, it was so cool. It was so cool meeting them. He's gonna stop back in later next week to introduce me to someone else who sounds like a really cool guy to meet. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm really inspired too. I'm gonna go do more trips with my buddies, and also he didn't. If you remember, he didn't start riding until 1999. Like riding street, he was riding dirt bike up until then. He was riding 60 years old riding dirt bike. So he started all these trips. All happened in the past 20 years post being 60 years old. So any of you guys who are like, oh, I'm 40 years old, it's too late to start riding motorcycles, or I'm 50 years old or 60 years old, just it's not too late to start riding. It's never too late. So then during the same time while he's picking up a bike, this other guy comes up to pick up the 1990 Heritage Softail. Just so happens they know each other. They all came from the same town. They're all chatting it up, and then Buzz is like, hey, can I take you guys out to lunch? And we were like, yeah, that sounds great. So he took us to Fuddruckers. We all went. The people who bought the Heritage, they decided to come too. So we're all hanging out at Fuddruckers, and these stories just keep on continuing. We got nothing done that whole day except meet an awesome person, heard some amazing stories, just had a great day. It was awesome. We actually plan on. Now, I know we kind of cut up the stories just to kind of hear little bits and pieces of it. It was really long. It would have been like a 3-hour-long video. We might release some of those stories individually as its own little story. I think you guys might enjoy that. I know I enjoyed hearing it. So, guys, that wraps it up. We have a lot of fun videos coming out for you guys, and we'll see you guys later. We got a lot of work to do. We have motorcycles to fill every one of these spaces. That's why they're all pushed back like that.